was loan rather to 2 million members worth 44 billion po ang amount. And most importantly, as of September this year, Pag-ibig Fund was able to release a total of 99.27 billion in terms of housing takeout, benefiting 73,000 more members who avail of this program. And because of the active participation of our developers through you, we are looking forward that this year we can hit the target of 130 billion. This will benefit 110,000 Pag-ibig Fund members. Next slide please. Ito po yung maging commitment namin next year. We project a 10% increase if we hit 130 billion 2023. And under our 5 years projection, we are looking at around 800 billion in funding commitment to our members. If I will add the 130 billion that we committed for this year, after 6 years po, ang funding commitment ni Pag-ibig Fund to our members, to your buyers, is more than 1 trillion. Ganito po ang impact ng Pag-ibig Fund housing in as far as our housing industry in our country is concerned. Next slide please. Balik ulit natin yung binanggit ko kanina because this is very important po. Sana pwede natin mag-relay sa ating mga clients. Yung savings na binanggit ko kanina, 6.53%. Next slide please. Ito po yung ating MP2 that I would like to take this opportunity to encourage all of you. Kasi wala kayong employer, you simply contribute on your own, but this is more superior than the time deposits that we have with the bank. This is a government guaranteed savings. So ang gobyerno po nagagaranti yung savings natin minimum of 500 pesos per month, higher dividend payout, compounded po ang dividendo dito, 5 years maturity, and this is also open to pay pensioners na dating miyembro po ng Pag-ibig Fund. Most importantly, if you withdraw the savings, this is tax-free. Just to show you the next slide, please. This is how we declared the dividend earnings. Show of hands, please again, for those who have been contributing under MP2. So marami pala sila. Tingnan nyo yung dividendo. 2022, 7.3%. 2021, 6%. The highest declaration was in 2017, which is at 8.11%. This year po, because medyo okay ang income ng Pag-ibig Fund, and we are projecting to hit the target, we are also giving the assurance to our members that we can at least maintain or increase the declaration of the dividend that will be granted to our members. Next slide, please. Sino naman dito po ay Pag-ibig Fund members under our regular program? Yung nagko-contribute lang po, yung 100 pesos. Lahat ba tayo may Pag-ibig Fund loyalty card? You make use of this Pag-ibig Fund loyalty card because etong card na to is para nitong senior citizens card. Maraming discounts, maraming benefits, and we would like to show you. Next slide, please. Ito po ay card granted for discount and rewards. And this is also the card that we will use to create a virtual Pag-ibig Fund account. At the same time, this is a card that we can use to disburse any transaction of our members in form of short-term loans sa Pag-ibig Fund. Next slide, please. So ito po yung ating mga partners, 389. Para sa mga babae po, included dito ang David Salon. So kung gusto natin mag-visit ng parlor, pakita lang natin yung ating card. Last sa David Salon, entitled po tayo ng discount. Last night, nag-dinner po ako sa Alabars, which is a known restaurant in Zamboanga when it comes to yung alimango and the rest. They are also offering 10% discount. Ipakita nyo lang yung inyong loyalty card sa kanila, automatically po may discount. I think for those naka-check-in sa Zamboanga Garden Orchid, kung makita nyo sa counter, meron din silang nakalagay doon loyalty card ng Pag-ibig. Pwede nyo gamitin yung pang-discount. So we have more than 389 partner establishments who are enrolled under this program and counting. Next slide, please. Ito po yung ating housing program. Ito yung pinaka-importante that I wanted to take the opportunity to discuss with you this morning. Next slide, please. Ang unang-una yung ating Pag-ibig Housing Loan regular program under our end-user financing. Up to 6 million na po tayo ang maximum loanable amount. The easiest way and very convenient and affordable way to avail of a loan is through Pag-ibig. Why? Because we are granting a maximum of 30 years to pay, so which makes it very affordable. No prepay penalties. We are more on sustainability rather than profitability. We don't want to punish our delinquent buyers. Instead, we are helping them. Then, meron na rin tayong multiple availment policy po. We have more than enough funds. Ibig sabihin ng isang miyembro ngayon, qualified siya up to 6 million. If you will buy property sa Pag-ibig, using Pag-ibig, 1 million, and he intend to buy another 5 properties for another 1 million per property, pwede po up to 6 million. For as long as that is within his capacity to pay. Lowest interest rate in the market, and itong Heal and Home Savers Program, I wanted to highlight this. Next slide, please. We are recognizing our borrowers who are paying religiously other than helping our members who pay to pay their monthly amortization. Kaya ito pong HEAL program na to, Home Equity Appreciation Loan, this is practically putting cash in the hands of our housing borrowers. For those who have been paying with us for more than 5 years na yung kanilang housing loan, pwede siya mag-avail ng additional loan by requesting us to appraise the current value of the property. I-less lang natin yung outstanding balance, the difference, 60% difference versus the appraised value. We can borrow that in form of cash loan. So we call this as Home Equity and Appreciation Loan Program. Next slide, please. Ito naman yung ating Home Savers Program. You can disseminate it sa inyong mga previous mga buyers naging in default. They can update their program using these facilities. Unang-una, plan of payment. Pwede rin nila i-present sa Pag-ibig kung paano nila i-update yung kanilang arrearages and settle for another option or plan for as long as that is within the age limit requirement, provided it will not go beyond the 70th birthday of the borrower. We also grant penalty condonation. For those who fail to pay, especially those who were affected because of the financial crisis brought about by the pandemic, pwede po sila mag-avail ng penalty condonation or loan restructuring, and at the same time, housing loan revaluation for our under our Home Savers Program. Next slide, please. Pag-ibig Fund will always claim that we are the lowest in the market in as far as interest rate is concerned. Kasi kung makikita natin, ang current rate natin ngayon as compared to last year was even reduced substantially. And for 2024, we are looking again for another round of reduction in interest rate. Look at the 3-year pricing, which majority of our members are availing of there was a reduction of 0.125% from the previous interest rate. So ganun po ka-liberal as far as the interest rate of Pag-ibig Fund is concerned. Next slide please. Our heart goes with our members, especially those low-income earners. As much as possible, we see to it that we can also offer them the chance to avail of quality and affordable homes. Kaya po si Pag-ibig Fund is subsidizing the interest rate. They only pay 3% interest rate for 10 years so that we will give an equal opportunity for the low-income earners who meet the qualification to avail of the housing under our Housing Affordable Program. Next slide, please. Dito na po yung partnership natin, itong Developers Takeout Facility. Alam niyo itong Developers Takeout Facility, this represents 70% of our housing takeout on an annual basis. In other words, kung kayo po ay engaged with developers who are accredited with us and you are also actively selling through Pag-ibig, kayo po ay our partners who are contributing or who are very instrumental in making Pag-ibig Fund where we are today. And thank you very much for that support that you are giving to Pag-ibig. So ito po yung Developer Assisted Program natin. Next slide. Itong mga developers namin, other than, sabi kasi nila sa una, si Pag-ibig daw kuripot sa appraisal. Hindi na po ngayon. Si Pag-ibig Fund, in fact, our appraisal is even much higher than the selling prices. On top of that, we are giving up to a maximum of 40% premiums for those subdivisions that you are selling covered with green features, maximum of 20%. Kung mayroong energy efficiency, water, solid waste management, and site sustainability. On the other hand, ito ng mga prime developers, we are also giving them recognition, especially those developers with national presence, up to 20% po. Next slide, please. Ito yung binanggit ko kanina, 71% actually ang ating take-out share ng ating developers who are actively enrolled in our take-out facility. Next slide, please. We are also by heart taking this, bringing housing in the areas considered unserved and underserved. Kaya po very active si Pag-ibig ngayon in engaging with local government units to make sure that there will be housing development or housing projects in areas like municipalities and other provinces considered unserved and underserved. We are not competing the developers. We are just augmenting the development of more housing projects in the rural areas. Next slide, please. Of course, we gave our commitment to national government in as far as the shelter program of the Marcos administration under the 4PH. It's only Pag-ibig as of today who committed 250 billion in funding commitment for the developmental loan and takeout facility under the 4PH4 program. That will remain our commitment to the Bongbong administration in the implementation of issued programs and services. Next slide, please. Ito po yung pinaka-importante that I wanted to discuss with you with the hope that we can partner. May pera po dito sa acquired asset na to. Next slide. By the way, we have 2014, we have more than 45,000 acquired assets nationwide. 49,000 rather. This is worth almost 46 billion. We are selling these acquired assets through partners simply because this is our strategy to make sure that Pag-ibig can maintain a very sustainable housing program. If we are aggressive in lending, we should also double our being aggressive pagdating sa collection and disposal of acquired assets simply because we are not getting any single subsidy from the national government. We solely exist because of the contributions coming from the more than 15 million members nationwide. Baligtad nun po, it's Pag-ibig who is helping the government building houses for the ano. In other words, wala po kaming budget coming from the national government to that effect. Kaya, very agresibo po kami dito pagdating sa acquired asset. So, ang pinag-usapan dito that I wanted to invite you to join us is for us to sell the more than almost 50,000 housing units foreclosed nationwide. Ito po yung offer. Focus na lang natin sa discount. Itong first and second option, pag ang isang borrower will offer a cash sale, we are automatically granting a 20% discount. For short-term loan, it's 10% discount. Next slide, please. Next slide. We are engaging with developers, partners, even the brokers. You group yourself, you buy acquired asset with Pag-ibig. Halimbawa, we sign memorandum of agreement with REBAC. Each member of the REBAC can buy acquired asset sa Pag-ibig Fund. Cherry picking nationwide.